학원에서 일하다가 빠빠니다. I also got intelligence. Good Nita. Yeah, good night. Yeah, I... This can go. No 3D model today because it's hot. It's I got home and I was like, nah, I am not gonna put all my strap on. But hello, everyone. Welcome into an art stream today. I need to find what is the dimensions of the bit thingies. Can you just upload the bigger one, or do you actually need to have the other one? Yeah, no pets. Not allowed to pet. Not today. Okay, that's where they are. It's in 72. Okay, 72 by 72. Now we should be able to go over here and there we go. Never mind. That is extremely silent. Well, people on YouTube don't have the same thing. For Twitch, it was silent. Hope I get some good sleep, Nita, as I know you will not stick around too long. You're waiting for the watch streak. You want your steak. You already have your steaks? Hello, Sam. Goodbye, Sam. One, two, three. Alright. So, I think the first step that I need to think about is what are gonna be my... To keep your sanity, you bought a new copy? So your other one really just didn't work. Yeah, another copy. Thank you for the sub for 20 months, Sam. Thank you. Okay, so we need to have a list. A list of rocks and thingies. Paint a bismuth rock. That would be hard. I could try, but I feel like I'm never going to be satisfied with whatever I come out with. It would, but hard. I can try. Yeah, especially with the color, given that you have 72 pixels. So like, let's say that we make a tiny... Okay, 72 is not too bad. You do have some... eggplantium. Okay. We've got a rock. We've got bismuth. I guess ruby. Sapphire. Emerald. I don't know if quartz would be very visible. If we were to do a quartz crystal, I feel like on Dark Team it would be easy to see, but for people that, I mean, for the very, very few people that use Light Team, because like similarly, quartz and diamond, there is essentially no difference outside of like the shape. If you want to have it this freaking small. Yeah, I remember for some of the animated one, my files were also too big, so I had to make the GIF in 32 bits of color, or maybe even 16. I don't remember. Nom nom nom. I'm eating some honey roasted peanuts. What? I'm eating something that Kirsty has as an emote, and something that Jam has, which is honey. It should be the perfect mix. See, Sam agrees with me. Hello, coffee. Welcome in. Okay, what other types of rocks could we have? We've got a simple rock, which we already have. Might as well play alone. How would you play alone? Like you against yourself? Alright, Kave, thank you for coming by a little bit. More to test attacks. I mean, yeah, to see like what kind of beginning hands you could have, what kind of things you could start building. If you feel like, compared to another deck that you have, if it's gonna be able to ramp fast enough. Is it something that you need to just hard attack at the beginning and sacrifice quote-unquote worthless pawns to do stuff? Yeah. Have a good one, Kali. Okay, so realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Realistically, we've got 6 badges to think about. Yeah, Foo Fighters. This is the mushroom, infected mushroom. Okay. I need more rocks. We've got a rock, an obsidian, a ruby, a sapphire, a bismuth, emerald. Technically, a pearl is a rock because it's made out of sand that got put together by a clam. Which I guess we could put. Diamond would look too close to quartz if we decide to put one of them. I guess we could go for diamond still. Might be confusing with VIPs. I just need to put stuff in the list. If I'm not mistaken, if you have a bit badge, you can choose which one you want. Or maybe I am mistaken. Hello, Blue. Welcome in. Hey, good constitution. You can choose whichever. Okay, good. So if I make... Oh, 69! Nice! Okay, y'all, give me some of your favorite rocks slash minerals slash metals that you really like. That I could try to see if it's even doable as like an icon. I've already put bismuth. It's already in the list. I will struggle with it, but it's fine. Oh yeah, Jade. That is one I didn't have yet. Thank you. I already have Sapphire. Inside of my list, I have a simple rock like a stone, Obsidian, because we've always been talking about obsidians, Ruby, Sapphire, Bismuth, Emerald, Pearls, Diamond, and now Jade. Would I be able to make an opal that would be different enough from a pearl? I mean, there's so many different types of opals, so... Yo, that last one is kind of really nice. Just that, like, that rainbow, but like the gravelly types of like rock, black and white at the bottom. Really neat. Really neat. Don't forgive. Just dead. Amethysts. Yeah, that would be purple. The art is so amazing that this can just happen, just like a rock with full of amethyst inside of it. It's just so pretty. Just crystal formations are just always insane. I just inside of a rock filled with it. Okay, so we've got... Let me see technically how many I can go for. I know it's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There is technically space for 28. I am not expecting anybody to get to the last one. So let's do as many as we can. At least 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 is decent enough. Wow, I have exactly 10 on my paper. So I guess I will at least make an attempt at all of the ones that I have written. Right, there was opal that I forgot to write. Okay. let's start with a rock. I can try to get at least a reference of how big the other ones would need to be. A desert rose. That sounds like a flower, though. Which I assume you mean the crystal. What is this? Wow. How does that even form? It just formed like this. Like this thing. Yeah, that's like, what even, like, all of these weird waves into it, like blades of wind just carving. I guess more commonly they're gonna be like this small. Have all of these like little sediments. Like, I guess the bigger the crystals are together, they kind of look like a rose. That is such a strange phenomenon. Nature is amazing. Some pretty big ones as decorations. They would definitely be making some people talk, just like, what is this? Would it surprise you that if you draw bad, that the deck without a mana curve is kind of bad? No. I mean, it does kind of make sense. Although, the deck with the bad mana curve that you showed has a lot of cards that just generate mana themselves. But I guess if you literally get none of your elves that cost 1, you're kind of... yeah. I don't know. I feel like it lost quality when I didn't even like upscale the image. Although I did stretch because it was smaller because of the light thingies. Yeah, man. No streaks have gone this high before. Can't even breathe, this is so high. Hello, Jones. The singing stream? Nah, I just felt like it. Hello, IB. 140? Oh, no. I forget how expensive that thing is. He ended up getting a new motherboard, which good for him, was the only thing that was problematic. It didn't, like, the electricity outage did not fry like the graphics card, which would have been even worse. At least it was just the motherboard. I assume it's just a weird inconsistency that failed to detect the graphics card the first time that it booted. Okay, can you distinguish this rock as being a rock? Or is the outer edge too thick that kind of makes it bad? Let me at least do this cleaner. I seriously need to flash my keyboard. I need to just put the freaking delete button somewhere. Yeah, with a smaller outline, I might actually be able to expand it even more. That is very true, Trons. Okay. Now if I do this... what would I do? It would be this. No, I'm still inside. No, I grow here. That is too big. Grow one. Then on. Select this. That does not look even remotely good. That looks just bad. And hello, Minicy. Welcome in. From there, grow 1 pixel, unselect this, and then I can grow 1 more. And I do the border for people on dark team so that they know what the outer section is. That is a very pebble. Very pebble. The stretching does not look right. Is there a way to change how it upscales? The green deck? Huh? Oh, the Magic Gathering deck. I thought you were talking about like an outside deck. I was like, the fuck do you mean a green deck? Who paints their deck green? I don't think I've ever met somebody who was like, yeah, you know what, my deck? I'll paint it green. I mean, usually you go with a nice wood finish. There we go, that's the place. That's the thing I wanted. Now that Nita's gone, what happened to Utron's last stream just happened to me again. My sub ran out. No, to you. If Nita was here, she would make that not not a thing anymore. That's why I was trying to be vague. But surely she's gone to sleep by now. God damn it, Sam! Right. Sam will also backstab me. Shaking my head. Now Trons has to go live to say thank you to the gifted sub. Yeah, especially since your PC has been going down. I think you might be able to benefit from taking it easy for a bit at least. If not for yourself, at least for our own conscience. And what are you gonna do in your vacation pay? Just spend it on... Yeah, you're gonna spend it on more Tetris level, aren't you? Okay. This rock looks good. At least I think it does. And that's all that matters. What did you see? Oh, that one. Do you need it? I can share it to you again. If you want to use it. But I mean, I do keep, like, other kinds of stupid things that I also have done, like an Among Us thingy. Wait, no, I was about to save on top of it. Let me go grab the image instead. Like stuff like this. That's an Exodia. I just combined a bunch of emotes and blubbed them together. Yep. I've also done these. I was supposed to put them on a sword to be Nightmare's sword, but I never got to finish working on that. Never got to finish that cosplay. I also did that for Feline at some point. Look how beautiful this card is. 420, 69, boobs, 69. Is that MasterCard or Visa? It's Feline Labs. I don't think any bank starts with 420, that would be way too good. Somebody had the mistake of posting a picture at some point and I just rotoscoped out this baby. Because why not? You know? A bunch of weird things. You know, the one Transbot, it fits right in. Filter. Is it B-cubic when I go down? I don't remember. I mean, it still looks mostly the same. I would just need to readjust ever so slightly. And then it's 18. I still don't know why Twitch even uses 18 pixel big things. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like impossible to see anything on it. I can't wait to work on the bismuth and then put it in 18 by 18 and see literally nothing. Okay, let's replace it. Alright. All 27 people who have offered me 1 bit should now be able to use this rock. Okay, let's go back to this. At least for the size. Oh, I've got some ads. As in, your tier 1 should be a rock now. Now, in what order do we put all of the minerals and stuff? I guess it would make sense that bismuth would be higher because it's more appreciated. How common is bismuth actually? Relatively rare metal making up only about 0.00002% of the Earth's crust. As abundant as silver. Very rarely mined as a primary commodity. Produced as a byproduct when refining other base metals like lead, copper, zinc, and tin. Oh, it's used in Pepto-Bismol. Well. Could you freaking extract bismuth from Pepto-Bismol? If we buy enough Pepto-Bismol, can we extract our own bismuth crystal from it? That would take so much, right? There's not that much inside of the Pepto-Bismol. There's no way. Sometimes crystal will grow into a different structure, and then microscopic seed crystal of that new structure can then prevent the old one from ever forming again. And what kind of crystal formation? Do you have specific minerals? Disappearing polymorphs. As the form of a crystal structure, it is suddenly unable to be produced, instead transforming into a different crystal structure with the same chemical composition, a polymorph during nucleation. Sometimes the resulting transformation is extremely hard or impractical to reverse because new polymorphs may be more stable. That is, they are metastable forms that have been replaced by more stable forms. Oh, the new formation of it is almost like a virus that just transforms the other one if it even comes into contact with the material of it, with some of the seeds. I'm just reading about.
Do you know about disappearing polymorphs? Yeah, that's a real crystallography weirdness. A disappearing polymorph is when a crystal form of a compound used to be easy to make, but after another polymorph appears, that new form seeds itself so well that the old one basically stops showing up. Same chemistry, different crystal packing. Absolute little goblin behavior, honestly.
Oh boy, let's go deep.
Transke asked me, what is polymorphism in a programming context? In programming, polymorphism means one interface, many forms. You can use the same method or function name, but different objects types can respond in their own way. Example, draw might work on a circle, square, or triangle, each doing its own thing. It's handy because it makes code cleaner, more flexible, and less of a tax evasion level mess.
In the Warcraft context.
Transke asked me, what is polymorph in a Warcraft context? Vaidatsi Ayador Ashid. In Warcraft, polymorph is a crowd control spell that turns a target into a harmless critter, usually a sheep. It can't attack or cast while sheeped, and it breaks if they take damage. It's basically sit down and think about your choices magic. Very tax
It actually described
spell book.
The polymorph spell instead of polymorphism. Okay, so I need to find a shard of obsidian. So usually they have just like connection towards whatever edge is the sharpest closest to it, usually. They could also be extremely rounded. I would assume that would happen if you chip it underwater. So one thing that is really nice with things that are like glass-like in structure is that if you were to chip the edges underwater, it usually does not like break all the way through. So for example, if you like, obviously if you were to do that, use heavy protection, but if you were to cut glass underwater with a pair of scissors, you might be able to get a somewhat round circle if you try to make one. But if you try to do that in the air, it's just gonna break in a bajillion little fragments. Something about the water being able to disperse some of the extra energy that would go inside of the crackling of you cutting, and so it doesn't break as easily. I would assume this was probably the way that they also did for arrowheads, for like obsidian arrows and other kinds of tools. A bees! What the fuck? Hello, bees. How are you doing? Is the heat killing you? Hopefully not. You're good. Welcome in, raiders. I don't have my treaty right now, but I also use Wardo. I'm like feline, but what if a little bit less knowledgeable about Wardo? On the normal. There's the raid message. But yeah, my name is Dog. You've probably seen me in places, either in these chats or playing with him. We played Ring Racers. I played a little bit on the Minecraft server when that was more of a thing. I do 3D stuff. I do art. I dabble a little bit in music. Am I still top 5,000 worldwide in Beat Saber? Let me look real quick. I think I still am. Oh, they've updated the website. Uh, 5,500. Yeah, I'm still decent. I'm pretty gamer. Although I guess that makes me pretty good with my body. But yeah, welcome in, raiders. Today I am working on some bit badges. I am trying to mimic a shard of obsidian, so I've been doing some small research on the side of how I'm supposed to even go about it. So, welcome in, settle down, and have a good chill time. Been in your Mecha Chameleon. I've seen stuff about the game. I don't know how well I probably would perform at it. Have a good one, Sam. Strange as you do stuff like this, but I would do well. I mean, probably. I do think that the under pressure, having to draw fast, is going to be the problem. But yeah, probably I could do somewhat fine. Mayhaps. Bees, do you know what we need to do at some point? I need to drag your ass into doing an archipelago with us. Yeah. Archipelago is so fun. And it would make Feline happy. Which I guess could be another reason to say yes. Alright. A little bit of a rake blend. Oh, also, if you're still actively playing UMA, we just got a massive update. Trackblazer is no longer the thing to race. They've updated the URA, as well as... I have blended way too much. They have updated the URA and Unity Cup, and now you can get a UG rank inside of freaking Unity. The UMA horse meta has changed, and I'm so happy. Okay. Can we even see any of these colors? Not really. Okay, I'm gonna just put a huge blob of it. This does nothing. Yeah, give me that. Okay, that should be good enough for now. And now we do another layer. Just gonna go under. through. One. Okay, that should be the white going around. Okay, so did I close my reference? No, it's here. Okay. Okay, so the part with light is really showing. It's very reflective. So if I do... Hello to Noxus, welcome in. I place it here. I'm gonna go grab some water. Alright, I'm back with my water. Okay, real obsidian usually has almost no hint of color. But usually people inside of games either give it a blue hue or a purple hue. Yeah. Right now it looks like a coffee bean. What if... And then instead of having this, we go slightly less. Okay, and then we can maybe blend it. This looks like a leaf now. Maybe we just try to blend. No, we need the clear divide. Yeah, usually the part that are shiny are very reflective. It's almost like pure light. We need to just be normal. Almost like just like. I do like the blue. Like this blue looks so good. It looks so nice. Except it's not obsidian. It is so not obsidian. That's the problem. I would assume if I adjust the color, just the HSV, and I desaturate it, because the reference that I have has this like shard etched right here. It's very, very sharp. And I've been trying to apply it, but I feel like this probably could have connected like over here. Hmm. I'm confounded. I kind of like it, but that wouldn't be a sapphire. That wouldn't be any of the other things I have. Hmm. Okay, what if I grow one? I guess layer would be above everything else. Or not really, I guess it would be... so hard to see. Hmm. Okay, I like that. I've lost a lot of values. Now it looks more pixelated. Kind of like that. Because if it was like that, it just looks like a rock. Kind of want the color, but not too much. Yeah, no, I think I'll keep it like that. No, big cubic to go down. Yep, that's good. I mean, I guess at this size, there's literally no redeeming of whatever you see. It just is the way it is. Alright, we've got the rock, we've got the obsidian now. Next on the list. Nice, delicious, absolutely non-toxic cobalt. This... Is cobalt that dark? No. It's a little bit brighter than this. A lot lighter. But I'm still pretty sure you wouldn't want to eat obsidian. And yes, I've blued it a lot more because I don't think just having a dark obsidian would show well, especially at this size. Okay, this is technically. I guess we can go with these two. Well, three. Open recent. We're gonna go back for a big canvas, just for a reference. Okay. What makes a difference in rubies? Okay, it has those kinds of marking when it's broken, similar to obsidian, except much smoother. It needs that little pattern in the back, which I doubt we're gonna be able to see at all. Inside of it, there's like multiple kind of like broken veins inside of ruby. This part is kind of like broken. Go search for a greenback. Okay, and then let's add the lights. Can people even recognize that this is a ruby? It's not so evident that's what it's supposed to be. Maybe I need to have a little bit more. Hmm. I don't know how much clearer I would be able to get that. Without being just like something that already exists, it's pretty hard to make a convincing ruby. Hello, Yukin. Welcome in. Hi. What gemstone does this look like? Okay, at least I've got the general look of it. I just feel like smaller? It's gonna be hard to just know what it's supposed to be. And welcome back from the ads. Maybe if we shrink a little bit. Can I even use transparency in these? Okay, let's at least try this one. It's gonna be 3-bit one. Still not right. I don't think I've done a yellow, not yellow, white border around it though. Yeah, I don't have it. I need to redo the save of them. Right. One make under. Grayscale 36. Pretty sure 18, it's not even gonna matter. The very tiny one looks horrible. Like this just looks like nothing. Mm. How are you doing, Dove? Yukin? Hopefully whatever was tormenting you is a little bit better now. Alright. Now, what is the color of an actual sapphire? I usually think of it as almost like this. This looks so fake. This looks like blue jello. I would eat this. Cause like, what do you mean this that looks very jello-like, very translucent of it? It's the same thing as this. As this. As these actual... This freaking piece of jello. So it's... What if I put it slightly more transparent? That's basically what it is. Okay, so let's get a good color. Beautiful. This is such a beautiful, beautiful sapphire. Okay, let's put some grunge in there. Hold on. It's supposed to be just on 1 and 6. Wait, you're telling me that this is also going true on YouTube? Hello, Cascador. Supposed to just be this one, though. I guess it's been a while since I've streamed because apparently my audio stuff is messed up. Has this actually... Hold up. same scene as I was. Hold up. No, I don't. Okay, it was fine. Your message, Cascador, made me wonder if the audio that I did my best to split so that it doesn't go through YouTube on the VOD and that I don't get copyright strike. I thought for a second your comment was like, oh yeah, the song's coming through. But no, the one that you actually hear is something that I have composed myself, so I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm slightly sweating. But that's because of the heat, not because of the stress of it. It probably didn't help though. Okay, so now it should be let's make this one more. Like usually the shapes do connect. What if I... barely looks any different with that on. hit my... I must have hit it today. That's a blend, that's not gonna do anything. Ooh. Without the colors and anything else, that's kind of... I kind of like that. I do wonder if I could probably. That's way too strong. Okay, that looks alright. One pixel. Four. Perfecto. It's too cold today. I mean, given that I just came back from Europe, any other place is way more cold. Which is, in comparison, even though, like, other places are, like, going at about 30 degrees Celsius. Europe just a few days ago was 39. So, yeah. Other places are a little bit colder. But it's been raining, so temperatures should, in theory, go down. Although it was extremely humid today. I am not a fan of humidity. I much prefer a dry heat or a dry cold. Okay. Now I need an emerald. I could have been lazy and just reuse the same stone, but different colors. Wow, that's an emerald. Or I guess with these colors, probably more jade. More jade-like. Okay. Is there a specific reason why some gemstones are cut the way they are? Because I'm seeing a lot of emeralds being cut in this, like, double rectangle. Hello, Zex. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. What kind of factory were you up about? Welcome in, Raiders. My name's Dog. It's too hot to be putting my full body tracking, but usually I'm 3D and moving very much so. Today I am working on some bit badges. I have done a few so far. We've got a rock, a very humble rock. And then we've got something that I tried to make as a slightly more stylized obsidian shard. Then we've got a ruby and a sapphire. I might work more on the ruby later because I'm still not loving it. The Monster Hunter Greatsword thingy, yeah, I remember. You were considering putting a second handle on it. And I will give you another emplacement right in the blade to create a machete that is so big that you need to have an extra handle further in to cut into the bone. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. I do a lot of Archipelago. I like taking on challenges. Funny that I say that. Yeah, Archipelago. trying to find me in Discord. We should have at least one server in common. If not, at the very least, two. If you're not in... Well, you should be in my Discord, right? I think I remember you joining. I guess not. Actually, we have 4 other servers in common. We've got Archipelago, we've got Slime VR, we've got VR Chat, and we also have Safi, which I guess you could have maybe found me through that. That is a very good position to place that. I can do a quick share of what Zex was working on, which is a great sword, and the handle is there. Nice. What is that extra little thing? Is it going to be some kind of like drone that goes along the sword? I don't even know what the project is for. Energy Core. Are you trying to make a game? Is it going to be for a model? Do tell me about Dine plans. Because I too one day will have maybe guts to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna make a game type thing. It's a weapon for a VR Chat RP, where it has Monster Hunter-like combat. Gotcha. I just made a freaking rupee. No. I could already hear the lawyers running. Got a table game to jump into. Please be careful. Last time I jumped into a table, it went all inside of my arm. Do be careful. I didn't even feel it, but, you know, it was still annoying to get the shards out. Some of the shapes that I see are like... I could do that in 3D so easily. It's like a perfect square and then you just bevel all the edges. Otherwise I can make it with slightly more narrow. I'll just remove everything. Okay, these parts tighter. Hope you have a good game of whatever you're going to be playing. Did say tables, so I'm going to assume it's a tabletop game. Tabletop games are always fun with great friends. Mage game. As in, like, Magic the Gathering, or... I think I remember feeling talking to me about a mage game where you're stealing artifacts from other people. Maged Awakening. I don't think I've ever seen that one. But I hope that you have a good deal of fun with it. There we go, that's more like a setting stone now. Okay, and then we add some grunge. Actually, I kind of want the hard splashes. Yeah, that's kind of not bad. But I do want another. That looks pretty good, if I do say so. And then a white outline. Scale to 36. The quality that one gets at these low pixelation is just so sad. Alright, this is the last one some people have. But we're still gonna be going into the list. Alright, let's do the impossible. How? Like, how am I supposed to make sense of these colors? Oh gosh. I've got so little quality to do anything with it. This is gonna be a mess. There's too much color in it. How am I gonna be able to... I mean, probably just one of the structures, I guess. Okay. And then go under. Okay. already? Damn. Alright, I guess no work. No work. After I'm done with the bismuth, I will play Uma. Uma Musume. We just got a big update. Hello, Cillian. Welcome in. Yeah. This one is going awful. Without saying anything, what do you think I'm even, like, somewhat trying to do? Kind of looks like a wall. From top down. Yeah, I'm trying to do a bit badge of bismuth. But as you might know about bismuth, it has way too many colors for a bit patch. So I'm trying to think of like, what is the easiest thing I could maybe do? And then I was thinking like, well, the structure is kind of like iconic. And some of them have like these ethereal just like shapes that go back onto themselves. So like just having something like this could kind of do it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it seems like a hard one, and then I have like all the other ones that I've done. I've done a rock, an obsidian shard, a ruby, sapphire, emerald, and then I'm just like, yeah, bismuth. Just go from 100 to 0 real fast. Bismuth is my favorite type of metal. Cause yeah, it's not a gem. It's not anything else. It's just it's a metal. It's non-radioactive and it's extremely heavy. It's so strange that it just naturally does take this shape. Everything that goes with like natural gemstones, crystal formations, it's just so insane how they can create something so beautiful. I can... This is like the top section. And then I need to slowly go down. I'm coloring up the image instead. Okay, and then get a very dark line to connect everything together. I feel like I've seen somebody with these colors before. I have absolutely seen people with these two colors. I think in nature, actually, there's some types of moths that actually use those colors. That very specific yellow and pink. I'm looking at the colors and I'm like, I almost see it. I almost see it. Gotta go to stop for a bit. Alright, have a good one, Cillian. Thank you for coming by. Also, before you go, do your daily training. So you don't miss out on stats. It's one of my redeems for 1 point. You get to collect stats. Just like in D&D, you've got strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma. And you got plus 1 point of intelligence. And then if you do stats, just like that, you get to see what kind of stat you have gained by just redeeming stuff. I thought it would be a more interesting thing than just a "you have come to the stream a certain number of time." And sometimes I give +1, sometimes you're lucky enough and you get a +2. And I swear, at some point, I will make them do something. Because I want to have some kind of Chow Garden type of thing going on inside of my streams. And those stats would be going for the little wanderers that people would be playing idly in the back. There's a few chatbots that already kind of did the EXP system that you might be able to like learn from. To get abilities and levels and stuff inside of your stream. So like if you're level 5, you get to use certain redeems, technically, which would be like abilities, but just under another name. Cast Earthquake and stuff. I did that one already, but didn't need EXP at the moment. It's always nice to see people that are creative and also technical and see what they can come up with. Because technically, we just need to get to it. Just like all the bajillion project we say we will get to at some point. I'm calling myself out as well. It's not just you. But at least I'm consistent in the projects that I want to do. Just like how I want one of my next tattoos to be the triple threat of Ragnarok with me hung upside down from the tree of Yggdrasil as my gouged eye bleeds towards the mouth of Nidhogg at the bottom of the tree. Jormungandr circling all around it, and Fenrir looming at the top. That is a lot of Norse mythos that makes sense if you know. And also there's just a ton of meaning behind all of these elements together. I just need to be able to cough up, what, $4,000 at this point? It's expensive to get tattoos. Alright, we're getting a layer down. I'm sure the colors are just gonna bleed into each other at some point. It's gonna be sad. But yeah, skedaddle to go do your thing, Cillian. For the amount of times that I've said this tattoo, I feel like people would definitely be able to just find me way too easily. Okay, so another section of pink to yellow. How am I supposed to make sense of whatever is going on here? I guess like that. Okay, back to the yellow over here. I don't even know what the other color is supposed to be, so I'll just put pink. Really nice colors. And then to a yellow that's a little closer to orange. This is not too bad. More nuts. Okay, it kind of renders good. Even if you can't tell that it's supposed to be bismuth, the colors are visible enough. All right. Nah. Let's end the art. Thank you everyone on YouTube for coming by for this little art session of me just drawing a bunch of rocks. I will see you all on Friday for more Pokemon Unite. And what type are we going to be playing on Friday? You'll know the day of. And if you'd like to know, you can join our Discord, which is currently on the screen. And